A balance of 11 minutes. You may proceed, Honorable Senator.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the culture bill originates from Article 11 of the Constitution, which recognizes cultures as the foundation of the nation and as the cumulative civilization of the Kenyan people and nation. And this particular one is pursuant, this particular legal proposal, which should have been done as early as 2010, when the new constitution came into force, is under 2A, which is promote all forms of national and cultural expression through literature, the arts, traditional celebrations, science, communication, information, mass media, publication, libraries, and other cultural heritages. Mr. Speaker, my contribution stems from that in the African culture, there is science, Mr. Speaker. The traditional culture had a way of medication. In fact, one of the things which is mind-boggling, the Maasai people live with snakes just like the Kambas do. And the Maasai have a way of treating a snake bite, which is traditional, and that is science, Mr. Speaker, which should be preserved, and which, probably should be taught other communities, so that that particular science is sourced. There are quite a number of other sciences which are culturally developed, Mr. Speaker, and they need to be preserved. I'm aware when I was growing up in makwiny, my grandmother knew some medicines. She knew what herb you will chew the root and your stomachache is gone. She knew what herb to chew and a flu is gone. But now no one has kept this science alive. It's not been preserved. And I think it's very, very important these cultures be preserved. The Constitution is talking about libraries. Probably we should have a library of each particular culture. When you go to Washington, D.C., you find there are libraries which go into history. You find there are museums which deal with certain aspects of development. And therefore, if we museum our culture so that the traditional dresses of different cultural communities are preserved and they are known, and in fact encouraged and practiced, so that during national days, Mr. Speaker, we should actually wear our cultural heritage dresses. It's a time we are trying to come up with the actual, official Kamba dress. And that research is going on so that we could have an identity of that nature. You have seen heavy, very serious culture of the Kalejins, culture of the Ogieks, culture of Somalis, all this cultural heritage. As the Swahili say, go, mwachamila ni mtumwa, we should not be slaves of other cultures. Mr. Speaker, when I attended the 2008 Olympics in China, the Chinese president spoke to us in his language, and it was up to whoever you are near who can interpret Chinese language, then you will follow what the speech was about. And I think we should be proud of our languages. They should be the ones used to teach in universities, in science, in mathematics, in geography. So that, Mr. Speaker, there are countries who do the same. In Germany, there are languages, there are subjects which are taught purely in Germany. In India, and many other places. So, Mr. Speaker, this law is very important, although it's been developed late. And what I'm focusing on is, once it is done, and probably we could make further amendments to make it potent and make it better, that we preserve all the gazetted cultures of Kenya. Because our diversion, our differences in cultures even strengthen us better, so that even children can learn. When I went to primary school, I was taught Kamba. It's no longer a subject in schools today. So I can read a Kamba Bible and I can write fluently in Kamba. But that's no longer in the curriculum, Mr. Speaker. So the children who are growing now, they are only taught Swahili and English is a foreign culture, Mr. Speaker. So we need to preserve, and this can be best done through the counties, the county governments, because different counties carry different cultures. In Nairobi, we used to have the traditional arts and the culture, preservation at the Bomas of Kenya. I don't know what's happening now because there is a very big modern hotel being built there. I still believe these cultures should be retained. We should know and learn and be happy of the Giriama culture, Pokomo culture, Dinko culture, Kamba culture, Kalenjin culture, Luya culture, the bullfighting. It should not come to an end, Mr. Speaker. We should be having that sort of thing. And I think this is a very important piece of legislation. Should be promoted through the counties. Instead of what we are seeing in some of these counties, people, politicians taking at each other. They should be busy building the traditional culture. Mr. Speaker, which was the African traditional cultures were of very honest people. And this, Mr. Speaker, was done when King Leopold II went to Congo, where most of us came from, especially the Bantu. He found these people very honest, and they had to come up with a strategy to spoil their way of doing things. Mr. Speaker, in the Kamba culture, you don't steal from anyone. You don't steal, things which you have found left somewhere. People, they know that you should not take what does not belong to you. There are even myths, Mr. Speaker, which should be demystified. The other day, I was contributing, Senator Kenya was asking me about the myth of the Kamba community and some communities in the coast, where you actually don't steal somebody's wife. They have a way of their science which protects. And Mr. Speaker, some of these myths should be demystified. And if somebody is caught, they pay a very heavy fine. In fact, Mr. Speaker, we had a member of parliament from the coast who said he knew about that medicine. And that's why he sits comfortably in Nairobi, because he knows nobody will steal his own thing in the coast. Whether it's a goat or whatever it is, you catch the person, Mr. Speaker. So these myths should also be demystified. And if there is any science associated with it, then, Mr. Speaker, this science should be preserved. A lot of research done on it, so that it can be one of the things, Mr. Speaker, we can be proud of. Let me conclude by saying, when Moses went to Pharaoh and laid down his staff and it became a snake, the Pharaoh also called his people, and they could also do similar, science. But to show that God is mightier than the other gods, Moses' snake swallowed the other snakes. And in fact, snakes do swallow snakes. Those who have seen it in the forests. And therefore, this science, this traditional
What is your point of order, Senator, for Mombasa?
Kumtatiza Senator wa Makwiny. Lakini amezungumza mambo hapa ambayo ni ya kutamausha. Hapa katika hili bunge kwa sasa tuna maseneta watatu pamoja na speaker ambao watoka katika maeneo ya Pwani. Na speaker amesema, na Mheshimiwa Maanzo amesema kwamba kuna mbunge wa Pwani ambaye alikuwa hana wasiwasi kwa sababu alikuwa ana miti fulani ambayo anatumia ambayo bibi yake hawezi kumwendea kinyume. Sisi tunajua mambo ya Kamutini, mambo ambayo yako Kitui, Makweny, Machakos na kwa kwingineko. Je, ni sawa Mheshimiwa Spika kutoa maneno ya bila ya kuweza kuthibitisha ni mbunge gani? Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Sen.Maanzo, ikiwa huna ushahidi, tafadhali ondosha matamshi hayo na uendelee kumaliza hotuba yako.
Yes, sir. Mr. Speaker, I say they are myths. They are myths. I have never, in UKAMBANI they are there, and I will be very happy if somebody demystified. I only hear, and I wish, Mr. Speaker, I can also, these myths can be demystified.
Umesema kwamba kuna mbunge wa Pwani.
Alikuwa mbunge, sasa sio mbunge tena, rafiki yangu, ambaye aliniambia, that's why he's pretty in Nairobi.
Maliza hoja yako.
Alisema ya kwamba, Mr. Speaker, haya maneno ni muhimu sana yafanyiwe uchunguzi. Wale wazee wa zamani ambao wanaelewa hii sayansi iweze kuhifadhiwa, ya kutibu watu, ya kutibu nyoka, ya kutibu wizi. Kule UKAMBANI wakati mwingine nasikia wale, kuna wazee uwezi iba mali yao hata kama ni ng'ombe. Atasema yule aliimba ng'ombe rudisha. The next day, Mr. Speaker, somebody is eating grass. Whoever is a
Sen.Maanzo, can you choose your language?
Just English, Mr. Speaker, my apologies.
Swahili.
And therefore, this is what happens with this science, and through this act of parliament, we want to know the research, the myths, the truths, the facts, and what best can make our cultures better, preserved, and for the benefit of the people. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mngatana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to support this bill. Mr. Speaker, a few months ago, the people in Itsoe village practiced a known Pokomo tradition where women, if they feel that a fellow woman or the decency of a woman has been attacked, they would gather around